Hello travelers! Committing to a single faction in Last Epoch isn't easy, especially since you will be venturing through the world of Eterra across several different eras. Both the Merchants Guild and the Circle of Fortune have great things to offer, but you might change your mind further down the line. Luckily, if you are unhappy with your initial choice, you can switch factions at any time, but not without consequence. I will explain you about this later. So, when are factions unlock in Last Epoch? If you are on your first playthrough of Last Epoch, you unlock factions in Chapter 9. Zarek gives you the Merchants and Fortune Teller side quest. Upon receiving this quest, you are able to align yourself with one of two factions. If you are starting another character, however, you can align with a faction as early as Chapter 1, allowing you to tailor that character's progression from the get-to-go. If you are asking how to change factions in Last Epoch, I will explain you. If you find yourself dissatisfied with your initial choice or are simply curious about the other factions offering, you can change your faction allegiance at any time, both in online and offline mode. Simply press the designated key, typical Y, and select the Leave Faction option. But be prepared to unequip all faction-specific gear beforehand, as you won't be able to carry it over to your new faction. Should you switch factions in Last Epoch? While the option to switch faction provides flexibility, it's not without its consequence. In short, you won't lose progress, but you will lose favor and access faction-specific loot. Here is what you need to know before making the switch in Last Epoch. Fortunately, your faction rank remains intact even after switching allegiances. If you were at Merchants Guild rank 6 and decide to switch to the Circle of Fortune, then later return to the Merchants Guild, you still be rank 6. Probably you already faced the area, you must unequip faction items first.
What do I do? What do I do? In the name of God, you've got to tell me!
So, let me explain you how to fix you must unequip faction item first error in Last Epoch. If you are trying to switch factions in Last Epoch and this message keeps popping up, there is a step you need to take first. Some items you acquire after joining a faction are tagged for that faction. You can use items tagged for one faction if you don't belong to it. This tag is displayed in the bottom right corner of the item's description. You can use factions items when you leave the faction. So, let's give an example. If you are wearing a pair of Avery's gloves tagged for the Circle of Fortune or any other weapon, body armor or lances, you need to unequip them before switching factions. So, this covers everything to know about how to switch factions in Last Epoch. Please comment what faction you choose and if you intend to switch or not. Please don't forget to share some love by click the like and subscribe buttons, and as always, be happy and have fun.